Austin had always dreamed of making a difference. His trip to Elmsworth was meant to be the beginning of a new chapter, where he could apply his skills in non-profit work to help those in need. However, the moment he stepped off the bus, reality hit hard. Within hours, he was targeted and robbed. His laptop, wallet, and important documents vanished in an instant. Standing alone in an unfamiliar place, Austin felt the weight of despair. He had traveled so far with big plans, but now he was left with nothing but the clothes on his back and a nagging sense of purpose. It was painful to see his dreams slipping away, but deep down, a small spark remained. He still wanted to help. Determined not to let this setback defeat him, he resolved to find a way to contribute to the community. The townspeople were struggling, and he felt a connection to their plight. Despite his dire circumstances, he believed there was still a chance to ignite change. That belief would soon guide him toward unexpected paths, introducing him to people who would change his life forever. With nowhere to turn, Austin wandered into the local community center, a modest building filled with warmth and chatter. There he met Maya, the woman who ran the center. Her eyes sparkled with kindness, and her smile seemed to lighten the heavy atmosphere that surrounded him. Maya was devoted to her work, helping families who faced daily struggles. She immediately noticed Austin's disheartened expression and invited him to stay, offering him food and a place to sleep. For the first time since his arrival, he felt a flicker of hope. As he settled in, he learned about the community's challenges: lack of resources, educational opportunities, and support. Despite the hardships, Maya's passion for change inspired him. She was tireless, coordinating food drives and workshops for the residents. Day by day, Austin became more involved. He helped with organizing events, sharing his skills in any way he could. In that little center, he began to feel a sense of belonging. Maya's unwavering spirit made him believe that together, they could bring about real change, and slowly, he started to see the beauty in the struggle. As the weeks passed, Austin found himself deeply immersed in the community's daily life. He spent countless hours at the center, teaching computer skills to eager adults and running youth programs. Each interaction brought him closer to Maya, whose laughter filled the air like music. They would often share meals after long days, discussing everything from their dreams to their fears. Austin was captivated by her resilience. She never wavered, even when the challenges seemed insurmountable. Every shared moment deepened his feelings for her, shifting his focus from just helping the community to wanting to be with Maya. He admired her dedication and the way she connected with everyone. It became clear to him that his mission was evolving. While he initially aimed to change the community, he was now equally passionate about nurturing his relationship with Maya. They brainstormed ideas together, their dreams intertwining in beautiful ways. It was in these moments that Austin realized he was not just falling for Maya, he was also finding a part of himself he didn't know was missing, a sense of belonging, purpose, and love. One evening, while sitting under the stars after a community meeting, Austin and Maya opened up about their visions for the future. Austin shared his dream of establishing a sustainable community center that would provide resources, education, and job training. Maya's eyes lit up as she spoke of her desire to create programs for children, focusing on education and life skills. They found themselves drawing maps in the dirt, brainstorming how to turn their visions into reality. Each idea they shared sparked excitement, and they began to see how their goals complemented each other perfectly. They realized that by combining their efforts, they could not only uplift the community but also strengthen their bond. Working side by side, they felt like partners in a larger mission, united by a common goal. The synergy between them was electric, making the challenges ahead seem manageable. The late nights spent planning turned into early mornings filled with determination. As they shared their aspirations, a deep connection blossomed, a love born from a shared purpose that was becoming increasingly evident to both of them. Despite their growing momentum, Austin and Maya soon faced a formidable challenge. A wealthy developer arrived in town, intent on buying up land for luxury housing and commercial projects. This would displace many families, including those who relied on the community center. Austin and Maya quickly realized that their mission was now at stake. They rallied the townspeople, organizing protests and town hall meetings to raise awareness. The community was frightened but energized, and Austin found himself stepping into a leadership role alongside Maya. Together, they crafted speeches, handed out flyers, and encouraged residents to voice their concerns. The struggle brought them even closer, as they shared late-night planning sessions filled with hope and determination. Their bond deepened through shared fears and laughter, with Maya often reminding Austin that they were fighting for something bigger than themselves. With every protest, their love solidified. They became a symbol of resilience for the community. As they stood side by side, facing the developers' threats, they knew they were not just fighting for Elmsworth, but also for their growing love. As the community rallied and their efforts gained traction, a glimmer of hope appeared on the horizon. Local media began to cover their story, drawing attention to the plight of Elmsworth. Just when it seemed that their hard work was paying off, Austin received a message from his family. They had sent money for him to return home, a gesture filled with love and concern. Torn, he felt a wave of guilt wash over him. Here he was, deeply invested in a community that was becoming his home, yet the pull of his past life beckoned. He confided in Maya, who listened intently. "I don't know what to do," he admitted, his voice shaky. "I came here to make a difference, but now I feel like I'm in between two worlds." Maya's eyes filled with understanding. "You have to follow your heart, Austin. But remember, this community needs you. We need you." The weight of her words struck him. He realized that the love he felt for Maya and the community had become an integral part of who he was. In that moment of vulnerability, he began to understand that making a choice meant embracing a new identity. After a restless night filled with doubt, Austin woke up with newfound clarity. He made the decision to stay in Elmsworth, turning down the money from his family. Instead, he invested what little savings he had left into programs that would empower the community. He felt a surge of commitment, not just to the people but also to Maya, who had become his anchor. When he shared his decision with her, her face lit up with joy. "This is the right choice," she said, tears of happiness glistening in her eyes. "We can do this together." They set to work immediately, focusing on initiatives that would address the community's pressing needs: food security, education, and job training. Austin's skills combined with Maya's experience created a powerful force for change. Each step they took felt like a leap of faith, reinforcing their bond. As they navigated the challenges ahead, their love story began to intertwine with the community's revival. Austin understood that this journey was not just about changing lives, it was about building a future, one filled with purpose and a shared commitment to each other and the community they both cherished. Months passed, and the community center blossomed into a hub of activity and hope. Austin and Maya worked tirelessly, launching various programs that engaged residents and addressed their needs. They organized workshops, tutoring sessions, and community events that brought people together. The center became a place of learning, support, and love. As they celebrated small victories, like helping a family secure a job or a child excel in school, they found joy in their shared efforts. Their love grew deeper, rooted in the community they were building together. They often found time to escape the pressures of their work, taking long walks or sharing quiet moments under the stars. Each experience brought them closer, solidifying the bond they had formed. Maya often joked about their partnership in crime, and Austen would smile, knowing that they were fighting for a brighter future. The town began to change, and so did they, growing into leaders who inspired hope. Together, they created something beautiful, a legacy intertwined with their love story. Elmsworth was no longer just a place, it was home, a testament to the power of love and community. As the seasons changed, so did the spirit of Elmsworth. The community center had become a beacon of hope, a place where dreams were nurtured and lives transformed. Residents began to take pride in their home, inspired by the efforts of Austen and Maya. Their love story became part of the town's narrative, two people from different worlds united by a common purpose. Together, they celebrated successes and navigated challenges, their bond only growing stronger. The once struggling community now thrived, with increased resources and support. Austen realized that what he had initially come to do had evolved into something far more significant. It was not just about change, it was about love, resilience, and shared dreams. The late-night brainstorming sessions turned into planning for a sustainable future, one filled with laughter and hope. In the end, Austen and Maya didn't just build a future for Elmsworth, they built a life together, a life rooted in purpose, community, and love. As they stood hand in hand, looking at the community they had helped transform, they knew they had created something lasting. The once impoverished town now buzzed with activity and optimism. Families gathered at the center, children played in safe spaces, and the community had established programs that empowered everyone. Austen and Maya's vision was becoming a reality, and the warmth of the community enveloped them like a protective blanket. One evening, under the glow of fairy lights strung outside the center, they hosted a celebration. Residents shared stories of their journeys, highlighting the profound changes they had experienced. As Austen and Maya looked around at the smiling faces, they realized their love had inspired others to believe in themselves. The joy in the air was palpable, and it filled their hearts with hope. In a moment of reflection, Austen took Maya's hand and led her to a quiet corner. "I never imagined I'd find a home here, and I never expected to find love," he said, his voice soft. Maya smiled, her eyes sparkling. "We built this together. You've shown me that love can be a force for change." As they stood together, the weight of their journey settled in. They had fought for the community and for each other, forging a bond that would withstand any challenge. That night, surrounded by friends and family, Austen knew they were on the brink of a new chapter. Months later, with their initiatives flourishing, they began to dream even bigger. They envisioned expanding their efforts to nearby towns, spreading the model they had created. Their love and passion for community service ignited a fire in others, inspiring many to join their cause. With each new project, Austen and Maya grew closer, both as partners in love and in their mission. They knew that their work was far from over, but they welcomed the challenges ahead. Together, they had transformed not just Elmsworth, but each other as well. In the heart of the community they cherished, Austen and Maya decided to take another step. One quiet evening, with the stars shining brightly above, Austen took Maya to their favorite spot overlooking the town. As he knelt down, a mix of nerves and excitement coursed through him. "Maya, you are my partner in every sense. Will you marry me?" Tears of joy filled Maya's eyes as she nodded, overwhelmed. Yes, 1,000 times yes. Their love, forged in adversity, had become a powerful force, and now they would embark on the greatest adventure of all, building a life together, hand in hand, heart to heart. Elmsworth had not only witnessed their love story, it had become a part of it. As they planned their future, Austin and Maya knew they would continue to uplift their community, one dream at a time, nurturing both their love and the place they now called home. Together, they were ready to embrace whatever came next.